How's it going, everybody? We've got a really cool and interesting video for you guys today. As you know, here at A1 Trading, we have our own market scanning software called the A1 Edge Finder. And if you're familiar with the videos, you've definitely seen the Edge Finder used in our videos before, but we have an awesome update to the Edge Finder, one of the biggest updates that we've made in a while. And so we're going to go through that today and show you all the new features that we have in this new Edge Finder update. And I'm just going to go ahead and let you know that we have more Edge Finder updates coming very soon. Next month in November, we've been teasing it a little bit already, so you guys know that in November we are having our Black Friday sale, which is going to be the biggest sale of the year. There has never been a better time to get the Edge Finder. If you want trial access to the Edge Finder, you can find that in the links down in the description if you want to try it out before you buy. We have team members that will chat with you about getting potentially getting you access to the trial version of the Edge Finder. But let's just go ahead and dive right in to our newest Edge Finder update, which is the gold section of the Edge Finder. Now, of course, we had gold already in the Edge Finder, but it's got a brand new look to it with some new features that we're going to go over today. So all of you gold traders or anybody who's been interested in getting into trading gold, now is the perfect time to get the Edge Finder with this brand new gold update. So let's go ahead and get right into it. I've got it on my computer right here in front of me.
Hey traders, would you like some help with technical analysis? Well, lucky for you, we're giving away a free technical analysis guide. That's right, completely free. It's an entire guide all around technical analysis. The guide includes subjects like support and resistance trading, MACD indicators, trend lines, candlestick pattern trading, RSI indicators, and much more. So make sure to click the link in the description, fill out that information, and we'll email you a technical analysis guide right away.
So here in the Edge Finder, under our commodity section here on the left, we have gold and oil listed. So here is our brand new look to the gold section. Now, if you're familiar with the Edge Finder, you know that it used to look very similar, pretty much the exact same as our currency breakdown. So all of our currencies, major and minor here, all pretty much look the same. Of course, they have different data, but the layout is the same. And gold used to look like this, but now we have this updated look to our gold page. We still have our score breakdown with all of our different metrics that we score and their scores, our scanner output summary, which of course is the written summary of why we score these things the way we do. Upcoming news, COT data now shows gold, long and short for institutional traders. Retail sentiment, of course, retail traders here. Our seasonality, our little speedometer here and daily chart. And this is the biggest change right here under our fundamental section. GDP growth, inflation, unemployment, interest rates, and money supply. Now, we had data listed in this gold breakdown section, but it was only our US dollar basic fundamental data like you see on every other US currency pair. And so we still see US GDP, US inflation, US unemployment, and US interest rates here, but we've added money supply, and we've also added these arrows along with a specific bias for each of these different categories. Now, typically, more often than not, as the dollar does worse, gold does better, and if the dollar's doing better, gold does worse. If the dollar is high, people want to put their money in stocks and bonds and things dollar related because the dollar's strong. If the dollar's starting to sell off, people fall back to gold because historically that's what has been reliable. And so that's what these arrows here are actually showing us. We can see GDP growth, GDP growth here with an up arrow is our most recent change. So we actually had GDP numbers come out today, Thursday, October 27th. GDP numbers for the US came out today. They came out to 2.6%. They went up 2.6%. So that was a positive change, and because the US economy is doing better, that typically means the dollar is doing better as well. That means gold is actually going to do worse because of it. That gives us a bearish bias here. Now, inflation is high, of course, in the US, 8.2%. We can see that here. And inflation is not necessarily a good thing, which means that that's good for gold as well. Unemployment, again, we know that unemployment is not a good thing for the US economy. That can hurt the dollar strength, which means that's good for gold. Interest rates, that's similar to GDP growth. If interest rates are going up, that means dollar strength, and not good for gold. And then lastly, we have money supply here. Now, we also have a little disclaimer here. Please note, these correlations are not perfect and are instead general observation. For example, if money supply in the United States increases, we have noticed a strong correlation in the rising of gold. This could change in the future, but this is something that we monitor closely. So again, just because, say, GDP growth is going up in the US does not necessarily mean that 100% of the time it's going to be a bad thing for gold. It's just typically, generally speaking, that tends to be the case. So you have to, this is a great tool to be able to kind of navigate the market and look at all of these different metrics and the data that we pull in all in one place here for you, so that you can make an educated decision whether or not to buy or sell. That doesn't mean that 100% of the time GDP goes up, gold goes down, you know, interest rates go up, gold goes down. But typically speaking, that tends to be the case. So why don't we go ahead and just really quickly go through these scores here. So we have a strong sell bias today for gold, score of -6. COT data sits at a score of +1. We can see that institutional traders, smart money traders, are 61.16% long on gold and 38.84% short. Retail traders are following, they are 59% long on gold and 41% short on gold. So both retail and institutional traders are long on gold at the moment. Retail sentiment gets a score of 0 because it's not heavily, once it hits that 60% mark, that's when we consider it heavily favored one way or the other. So because it isn't at quite that 60% mark, it has a score of 0. But really, if it was at 60%, it would be a score of +1 as well. Seasonality, score of -1, and we can look at these numbers here. And historically speaking, looking at the all-time average and last 5-year average, we're seeing upward trends in the later months of the year. Trend reading is -2, and that just means that this market is trending downwards. Over the past couple days, past couple weeks, gold has been trending downwards. And then lastly, we have our GDP growth, inflation, unemployment, and interest rates that all have scores of -1. And we kind of just went over those a second ago, looking at that brand new fundamental section. We also have our daily chart here, of course, with our price forecast. Another awesome feature of the Edge Finder is price forecast with this green line. If things are going to do better for gold, we could potentially see numbers around this range. If it stays on the same trajectory it's been on, we're looking at this orange number here. These are potential price points that gold could be around. And lastly, we have, if it sells off even harder, we're looking at that red line there. Again, those are predictions based on the data that we pull in, that gold could be around those numbers if it does better, stays the same, or gets worse. All right, so that was a quick look into our new gold section. Remember, if you want, oh, really quickly, almost forgot, I wanted to show you this as well. We have this how-to video playlist right here. So if you click on that, it's going to take you to our YouTube channel. And look at that. We have our different videos showing you the basics of the Edge Finder. Basically, each section of the Edge Finder, I've made breakdown videos for just all the different features that you can do in each individual section. So for example, if we go to fundamental analysis, I've made videos for economic news. I made videos for inflation, interest rate, unemployment, GDP growth, just in case you want to see how the Edge Finder can help you in all of those areas. So that was a quick look into our brand new gold page in the Edge Finder. And keep in mind, this is not the only update that we are making to the Edge Finder. Next month, we are rolling out a brand new feature to the Edge Finder. It's going to be amazing. Keep in mind, again, we've been teasing it for the past couple days, and we're about to really ramp up our Black Friday sale. So get ready for that. It's going to be awesome. Our biggest sale of the year, Black Friday sale. Never been a better time to get the Edge Finder. So yep, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hope you guys enjoy the brand new gold look here in the Edge Finder. Make sure you guys check out the links in the description if you need broker recommendations, access to our free Discord, or want to chat with us on Telegram. If you're interested in our trading software, the Edge Finder, you can find that in the description as well. Thanks for watching.